this is me and Q&A. Q&A. I'm the real L.G.C 21 right here.
This is why for young people from COVID, while for some elderly people, it was more like a mild flu. The idea that you can weather all sorts of diseases if you never get a cold is wrong, with your health on the line. Always. But there is something you can do, hacking one of the best features. With viral disease, usually you have better defenses against it afterwards. You gain memory cells that are very good at killing the specific enemy you fought that day. So you either don't get the disease again, or the next infection is much milder. And you can use an incredible achievement of human ingenuity that taps into this mechanism to prevent damage from disease and train your immune system. Vaccines. Vaccines basically pretend to be a disease and train your defenses to be ready if it ever shows up for real. The goal is to create the same memory cells that you would get after surviving an infection. But if you can feel some side effects, why should you still do it? Nature versus Vaccine Dojo.
L.G.C.
In Vaccine Dojo, you train with paper weapons and learn to defend yourself. Sure, you might get a black eye. Sometimes after a vaccine, you get sick for a few days, but that's generally it. No scars, no permanent damage. We discussed vaccine side effects in detail in another video if you want to learn more. On the other hand, getting a disease to become immune means going to a nature dojo. In Nature Dojo, you train with real weapons, sharp knives, and swords. Things might still work out, but with way more cuts and wounds. But from time to time, someone will die, be it a kid from measles or an adult from influenza. Nature Dojo is just way more risky. On top of that, the immunity you get from a vaccine is often better than the natural resistance because they're engineered to engage your immune system in a more productive way. Of course, vaccines are not magic, and sometimes they don't protect us as well as we'd like them to. Maybe because an enemy mutates too quickly, like the Omicron coronavirus, or because your specific immune system does not respond well to the vaccine and builds less of a defense. Still, being vaccinated is one of the best tools to train your natural defenses. In the end, if we look at the stunning progress humanity has made in the last century, eventually we may overcome disease for good. But until then, we can do our best to take care of ourselves and others. Your body and your older self will be grateful to you. Diseases are not the only problem humanity can address if we work together. We believe humanity needs and economies down to the individual. And there's one way you can take action now by working with friends from REN who help you offset your carbon emissions. Your first step is to offset the rest of your carbon footprint with a monthly subscription that supports projects that plant trees, protect rainforests, and remove carbon dioxide from the sky. We think it's one of many puzzle pieces that can make a real difference in the climate crisis. Once you sign up to make a monthly contribution, you'll get pictures and updates from the project you support, so you can directly see the impact you're making. We appreciate REN's focus on transparency and impact, so you can always retrace how your money is spent. One project we find especially interesting is refrigerant destruction.
What are you doing?
I'm live streaming right now.
You're on live stream right now.
Cause global warming thousands of times faster than CO2. REN's project permanently destroys containers filled with these gases.
What is it you're trying to do?
Certainty that never contribute to global warming.
Dog figure where I am.
Through